What if we could take the most electric dunkers of all time and drop them into a single showdown? Not bound by eras, not bound by rules, but in one arena, on one night, going dunk for dunk in the most star-studded slam dunk contest ever imagined. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Vince Carter, LeBron James, and Zion Williamson. 5 generational talents and 5 performances that shaped basketball history. Right now, we're going dunk for dunk in the hypothetical greatest slam dunk contest of all time. Michael Jordan steps onto the floor first. Back in '87, he was already Air Jordan, but still had something to prove in dunk contests after losing to Dominique Wilkins in 1985. His first dunk here, the classic leaning cradle rock. Ball palmed in one hand, cocked back, then gliding through the air for a finish that felt like a hang time eternity. This dunk didn't just showcase power, it showcased style. Jordan's ability to make a dunk feel like poetry in motion was what separated him. He was setting the tone. Grace plus force. Next, it's 18-year-old Kobe Bryant, the youngest competitor in NBA dunk contest history at the time, still rocking his high school smile and fresh off joining the Lakers. For his opener, Kobe throws down a two-handed reverse windmill. It's sharp, it's cocky, it screams, "I'm here." He got this idea from watching old dunkers on VHS tapes, remixing them with his own swagger. It wasn't the cleanest dunk in history, but the flair, especially for a rookie, made it memorable. Then the house lights dim and the crowd knows they're about to see something different. Vince Carter's first dunk in Oakland during the 2000 Slam Dunk Contest is still jaw-dropping. A 360 windmill, perfect rotation, smooth as butter, cocked back like a video game animation. And here's the kicker. Vince made it on the first attempt. That mattered. The spontaneity and execution made the crowd erupt. That dunk was inspired by Carter experimenting in practice and realizing his vertical could create a dunk nobody else had attempted with such ease. Now comes the high school senior, LeBron James. Back in 2003, he was already on the cover of Sports Illustrated. In the McDonald's contest, his opening dunk was a reverse two-handed jam off one bounce. It was powerful, fast, and intimidating. In 2018, Zion Williamson was the most hyped high school player since LeBron. His first dunk in this hypothetical contest is his trademark left-handed tomahawk. It's violent, the rim shakes, the backboard looks like it's in danger. Zion's dunks weren't just about finesse, they were about raw intimidation. He grew up studying mixtapes of legends like Carter and Jordan, trying to combine their grace with his brute strength. Back to MJ for the second round. He heads to the baseline, takes 2 dribbles, and launches for a one-handed double clutch reverse. The crowd gasps because Jordan doesn't just dunk, he floats. This dunk became iconic because of the hang time illusion. Nobody in '87 had ever seen someone control their body midair like this. Jordan admitted he spent hours studying slow motion footage of himself to perfect his timing. Kobe, never one to back down, answers with a between the legs dunk. At the time, this wasn't as common as it later became. He got the idea from watching Isaiah Ryder's East Bay Funk dunk in 1994, but put his own spin on it. Kobe wanted to prove that, even as a teenager, he belonged in the conversation with the best. Vince comes back out and casually throws down the honey dip, the elbow in the rim dunk. It wasn't just athletic, it was theatrical. Carter actually said he thought of this dunk the night before, just wondering, could I actually hang from the rim by my elbow? It became instantly legendary, and again, he did it on the first try. LeBron takes it up a notch. The power is undeniable. The arena feels like it shakes. Watching him, you can't help mourn the fact that he ducked the NBA contest. LeBron himself later admitted he thought about entering, but by the time his prime hit, the contest's luster had faded. Still, in this hypothetical showdown, his raw power is undeniable. Zion doesn't flinch. He pulls off a 360 windmill of his own. What makes it different from Carter's? Pure force. He doesn't glide, he attacks. His high school coach said Zion practiced these in empty gyms after practice, sometimes dunking until his hands blistered. His body weight combined with that vertical leap made it look like physics was broken. Jordan knows as round 3 begins that the crowd wants the classic. He takes off from the free throw line, tongue out, legs gliding, hand cocked. He didn't invent the free throw line dunk, but he perfected it. In '87, this was the ultimate showstopper. It symbolized flight. Kids spent decades trying to imitate it in driveways. In this mythical contest, it still lands like a hammer. Kobe fires back with a reverse jam off 2 feet, spinning baseline. It's not as iconic as Jordan's, but it's pure Kobe. Smooth, calculated, with that extra flair. Kobe grew up idolizing Jordan, and you can see the DNA of Jordan's dunks in Kobe's attempts. But this was Kobe saying, I'm not just a copy, I'm a remix. Now it's Vince's turn to bring the house down again. He executes the through the legs, off a bounce, caught in midair, and windmilled down. Clean, effortless. Carter's edge was that he made impossibly difficult dunks look routine. Every dunk on the first try. No wasted motion. That's why people still call his 2000 contest the gold standard. It was perfection under pressure. LeBron tries to match with a two-handed windmill. The crowd roars. Again, the sheer violence in how he finishes is different than Jordan's grace or Carter's creativity. Zion closes out this round with a between-the-legs dunk while cocking back left-handed. This dunk went viral in 2018 when he first pulled it off at the McDonald's contest. He was just a teenager, but built like a tank, pulling off dunks usually reserved for wiry guards. His legend was already cemented before he even set foot in Duke's gym. For his finale in the final round, Jordan repeats history. Another free throw line dunk, this time palming the ball out in front, then switching hands midair before slamming it down. It's subtle, but it's Jordan showing control at an altitude most players could only dream of. His 87 performance proved that dunk contests could become mythology. Vince, he doesn't need to repeat. His final dunk is the one that sealed his legend in 2000. The two-handed soaring through the night dunk from just inside the free throw stripe. No stutter, no hesitation, first attempt, perfect execution. The crowd